What's up, guys? Today, I just want to talk about going to school while on active duty. How to do it for free, and better yet, how to do it while making additional money every year. I'm Jason with Military Bottom Line, and all I want to do here is help you guys make the most out of your military contract. Everything from education benefits to financial savings to taking advantage of different opportunities that we find through others who have done it before us. So I'm sure that we've all been told by our recruiters that, hey, yeah, you can go to college while on active duty, but they don't really break down how to do it, what are the opportunities and options for you for funding and for schools to take advantage of. So today I want to talk about what you can do for funding and how to get some additional money, like basically a tax-free bonus just for going to school. It's pretty wild. So we got three main options for funding college while on active duty. There is TA, tuition assistance. There's FAFSA, which is the free application for federal student aid. And then there's private scholarships. Let's start with the tuition assistance option. TA is a benefit that every branch of the military has afforded to them, but each branch has the ability to slightly manipulate what those TA benefits are for you. For instance, the Navy has $4,500 per year with an unlimited number of credit hours that you could use it for. The Marine Corps has $4,500 a year available, but you're limited as to the number of credit hours. So there's a lot of things that you need to look into, but for whatever your branch is or wherever you're going, just talk to the education office on base and they'll be able to help you out with that. You're gonna have to apply for a tuition assistance every semester that you enroll in classes. So if you're gonna take 6-week classes continuously, you have to make sure that you have a ongoing relationship with your education office. They will be submitting that information to your school of choice. The tuition assistance has a $250 per credit hour cap. While that might not seem like much, it's important to consider that you're not going to school like you would normally go to a university where you're spending something ridiculous like $700 to $1,000 per credit hour. You know, if you're on active duty, you're likely going to school at a local community college or an online military-friendly school where the credit hour is far cheaper. When I was active duty, I was going to a community college in California that cost only $45 per credit hour. Extremely cheap. But that's kind of the standard that you can be looking for when you're considering your schools. In addition to TA, I want you to consider FAFSA, the financial aid application for whether it be federal loans or federal grants to go to a higher education. This I would highly recommend applying for no matter what. As soon as you're considering using your TA, you should simultaneously be applying for FAFSA. Google FAFSA, FAFSA, pretty much the top one. Apply for financial aid, federal student aid. Boom. New to FAFSA process, start here. And then you can select you're a student, you're a new independent, military, new to active duty. Parents shouldn't be claiming you as a dependent anymore, which means that their income will not affect your eligibility for federal aid. You fill out all the information, everything that it asks for, fill out the application, submit it, and they'll get back to you. So you want to do this sooner than later and make sure you're doing it every year in order to stay current and determine your eligibility. As a new junior enlisted individual, you're poor. You don't get paid that much. You're not rolling in the dough by any means. And so the opportunities for federal funding and grants is very high. As of now, the maxed out for Pell Grant, which is what I'm recommending you look for, I would steer clear of doing anything as far as federal loans. The whole goal here is to go to school for free and better yet, even make money while doing so. So the Pell Grant is what you want to go for. And currently the maxing out of Pell Grant is $6,345 per year that you can get as a grant where you do not have to pay it back, and that will go towards your education. So yes, that is only if you're a full-time student. If you're going to school part-time, then the number of credits is going to be considered for how much of that Pell Grant you're actually awarded. So the beautiful part about the Pell Grant in conjunction with tuition assistance is that if you find a school like the one I went to, that's only $45 a credit hour, your TA is going to cover all of that. Like that's extremely cheap. You're not getting anywhere near the $250 credit hour max. So TA is going to pay for that. And then the Pell Grant's going to come into play and it's going to go to the school. The school is going to say, hey, this individual does not owe us any money for the classes, refund it to that individual. Say that you're taking 12 units a semester, which is usually, that's full-time, entirely paid for by a TA. That means that every semester, you're gonna get a check refunded to you for $3,000. This means that you essentially have the opportunity to get a tax-free bonus annually of $6,345. That's pretty wild. So not only are you going to school for free, but you're getting paid more to do it. Like I said, I really want to stress the fact that I am in no way encouraging you to accept any of the federal student loans for going to school. These are to be avoided like the plague. Do not take out any loans just to have more spending money. If you are awarded a Pell Grant, but also offered federal loans, accept the Pell Grant, deny the loans. The last option for funding that I want to have you consider is private scholarships. So we've already discussed tuitions assistance and FAFSA, and between those two, unless you're going to some ridiculous expensive school, which you should not be, there's no need for that. You're gonna already be pocketing money between FAFSA and tuitions assistance. So there's further opportunity to pocket some more money. You can Google random scholarships or military scholarships. Even just at your school, there are massive amounts of endowments that are basically there to give people scholarships. I didn't know this until later on that the college I was going to in California had money every year that was not being used and actually was, I guess, being refunded to the donors because they couldn't keep. When I found that out, I was like, heck yeah, I'm going to start applying to these scholarships. And some of those amounted to over $1,500 a semester. Kind of crazy. You know, like there's that opportunity. Like I said, you're active duty, you're getting paid active duty, and then you're in school using tuitions assistance. You're able to pocket money via the FAFSA and private scholarships. So there are all these options to consider. This isn't even an exhaustive list of funding options, but it's a good place to get started and kind of start that track with figuring out how and why to go to school. But first step is to talk to somebody at your education office and tell them what your goals are. They'll help you out. I hope you guys enjoy the show. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. Trying to figure it all out and just share the lessons I've learned through my time, try to help you guys from making the same mistakes I did. I'll put the link to the FAFSA website down below, and you can apply for FAFSA there if you're ready to do it now. That's awesome. It's also worth noting that if your command or whatever, for some reason you haven't been in the military long enough, or for any reason you're not able to use TA, they can't say no to you using FAFSA. So as long as your schooling is not getting in the way of your job and your work, they can't really do anything about it. So just make sure that you're putting your job first, because that's why you're getting paid. So you want to make sure that you're doing that. But anyways, guys, subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. And feel free to check out the podcast, Military Bottom Line, if you haven't done that already. Thanks, guys, so much. See you guys next time.